Yeah,
This
sure.
conference will now be recorded.
Yeah.
Well, I'm having an experience of around 3.9 in PEGA. In
Okay.
that, actually, I had got trained in my CSA and I did my certification. But coming
Mm-hmm.
to technical perspective, I'm having a basic exposure to the rules like activities, data transforms, data pages, record definitions. Like
Okay.
I'm working currently on small defect fixes, but not specifically a big task are being assigned to me. So I just wanted to learn all these integrations, agents, and all these concepts so that I can make myself expertise with respect to Pega and do my certification of CSSA.
Okay. That's well. Uh, share my screen.
Sure.
So preparing for certification, and as well we're covering some real-time concepts for your practice and understanding. And so there, so I will give you one sample application for that your practice.
Okay.
So in CSSA, like you see that we'll cover all these topics for your preparation for CSSA certification. And there,
Okay.
like 8.3 version, right? So there, so they were added some new concepts as well in 8.3. So I will include those 8.3 concepts as well. So what you
Okay.
do, so I will make you do one sample application here. So that
Mm-hmm.
event management application here, and there
Okay.
we do the practice like so how we create that event, and there how we manage with the child cases and all, so that you somewhat understand that how we work with that one sample application, that managing with the parent and child cases and all. And there will come in with that all these topics, so how we can use data pages and data access patterns or integration part and reports. Okay, what are the advanced concepts are there, so we are going to cover in that. And
Okay.
so most I will give you the scenarios for your practice as well, so that you need to be practice. Okay. uh,
Okay, sure.
I will show you one application. Okay, you can mute yourself so you can talk, so if you have any doubt or
Sure.
any questions.
Okay.
Actually, there is an application for CSSA. I will show you that application, that how we are going to implement those things. Mm, I think that I have.
One doubt. Will you be helping me understanding all these authentication concepts or LDAP?
Yeah, yeah. See, authentication LDAP. See, this is not the real-time application, that we can't connect to the LDAP server, right? So, but I will show
Yeah.
you the what kind of customization we'll do. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what the possibilities that we can do from this personalization we can do. I will show you. So what are
Okay,
the
sure,
settings
sure.
you have to do? What the things that you have to do? I will show you. But the thing is that, but we can't do it exact as real time. But
Oh.
when you do in the real time, right? Then you just try it out.
Mm-hmm.
Then you will understand. But anyhow, that you're having some knowledge is important.
Yeah. Okay.
So in this application, let's go to the page tab here, hotel booking. So there in this hotel booking, so while we hotel booking, how we create child cases, right? Hotel booking, schedule service, and all. So we'll here what we're doing here, the capture details and customer details, event details, and further police approval and weather report. Okay, and so review here, and finally there we have the logic to check any duplicate event. So what is this basic application, so we are conducting the event entire India level. Okay, and there while we are conducting the event, so we are collecting the information for the customer and where the customer want to conduct the event and what type of event it is. Maybe charities or political or educational events, right? And so further weather report for conducting the event, whether good or what the weather is suitable or not, and review that, and we'll check if there any existed event, okay, with the particular time or not. So if it is there the same event, we're trying to redoing again, so it will be checked as duplicate, whether it is duplicate or not. And once it is done, so based on that, the event based on the event and event total members of this event, so based on that further we get the approval, proceed for that. And what we are doing here, further the customer applying for that event, I mean connecting that event, and he is also wants some option services. What the option service you see here, hotel booking, shuttle service, touring local area, right? And so if they want if they choose that, and it will be create the child cases, and it will be route to that, update that to the hotel. Okay, so they are contact to our application, or we are dealing with that, okay, with okay, with that hotel booking services and all. And here it will be create the cases, and it will be update the data to them, so they, okay, they will check and they will update from their, okay, database. And also here you see like the payment will do calculation, so what the options the user has selected, and also based on that the event and event people are attending. Okay, so based on that we'll okay, calculate the payment. And once it is done, the event will send the feedback, okay, will require the feedback from the customer, okay, to from the customer of the event is conducted. So this is okay, CSSA concept, okay, that's we are doing it. So we'll discuss more detail about that later. But while we creating the application, we need to understand, so what are the steps that we need to consider as when we creating the application, right? So when we creating the application, will developing the application. Okay, so what are the layers we require, framework and implementation, and what is the business requirement? Here we have to design the workflow, okay, event management, there how we manage the rules, okay. And so start working that, we'll discussing those all these topics, so how we can proceed with that. So we'll take that business requirement, so how we are going to applicable with these topics, and also we'll cover into that. Okay, so also I will cover that security policy is also there, how we can provide the access level and all. But coming to SSO and LDAP, so let me try that if you have any okay, pre-edition LDAPs and also that I will check. Okay, so we'll cover
Okay.
that. So this but what is my recommendation is, as your CSSA is like, I'm expecting you just you have good basic concepts. So like what will happen here, so directly I will going to the business functionality and topic wise. But whenever we are talking about like data pages, so that I directly go to the data pages, and I will explain you, like so what is the business requirement, so how we are going to use that database and all. So before that you should understand what is the database, and how we can okay, what is the purpose we are using it, what are the options we have, what is the three node requester, so how we are going to use that. So like you should have some basic understanding of what is what, and also as a CSA level, so I already have some experience in, but you have to be understand those things. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
because like So yeah, so this is a conceptual everything, like advanced level little bit. So you have some knowledge on this conceptuals, which are very helpful that we can do better as functional wise, some experience level.
Okay, yeah, I can say that, like as I said earlier, sorry for that, that I'm having basic knowledge with respect to for bug fixes which I have done with respect to the data pages or say helper definitions or activities, but I haven't worked on these declare rules except creating a declare index. I haven't worked much on declare rules.
Okay, okay, no problem, no problem. That I will cover it. Okay, I will let you like I will tell you those things. So don't worry about it. But what I might understand it. So whenever I'm CSA is a different part. Like everything we're coming from the scratch. Okay, what is this concept? What is the purpose we're using? So of course, I will tell you those things. So if you don't know, but thing is that I will try to cover it up to the advanced level. So that is what I'm telling is, if you already
Yeah.
know the basics level and all, if you're good at that, so we'll directly will explain you the advanced level concepts. So when you go for the real time concepts that I'm explaining here, so suppose flows, switch for each and switch for join, right? Do you know about that
Yes.
in flows? So in
Yeah,
one
I
concept,
know.
switch for join and switch for each.
Yeah, I know the concept, but I haven't implemented them.
So directly, I'm not talking about this, right? So how we can use a switch for each and switch for join? So let you have the list of customers, right? And in the list of customers there, or you can see or list a product list, right? Every product list something, and there every product you want to create the case, and there you
Okay.
want to route what are the things that you want to be doing, right? So then I will tell you that use a switch for each, and there you trying to do that. So anyhow, uh, but I will cover with the basics with some advances, so don't worry about it. So we'll discuss more detail about that. So only
Okay.
my concern is practice more. I'm expecting you to do the practice more. So because it's which these concepts are which are all practical only, complete practical approach only. So okay, so whatever we're
Okay.
discussing and every day, so try to practice those things.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll make sure of it. Yeah.
uh, so this is that application. So let I will show you this application here. The Pega. Can you mute? There will create the keys for event booking, and there that I will show you this the flow of for this application. And here you see like okay, first name, last name, they will enter all this information, and email ID, phone number, state, city address, and all. So here they will select here area and corresponding pin code. Now let's submit this. So here that event details. See here the case we are not creating until where here you see the case will creating where here you see um, click at here capture details and open the process. So everything that we use it to manage create the rules and all in the uh, framework only. But what happened? Something stuck up. It is not opening it. Just to refresh. Open this process. Oh, it is not opening. Here you see capture details. Okay, so at what time? So whenever here you see, we'll gather all the information at here. So select event type and number of attendees and start date, in date. So if they want, they can select it. Okay, offshore service or not, and they will select region, right, and city. So the conduct event we are conducting in what city and what date and all. Suppose I will give 500 and start date, event start date would be an in date. Um, right. So let's continue. And whether the police approval. So just they giving the approval or not. So let's submit. And here we are okay. Write one service to get this with the report and all. This is actually the old application that some configuration is missing, so it will be review details, and after that it will be checked what like check it is duplicate or not. So this is how we'll show you that the complete application, that how we are going to be implement those things. Okay, so so before I take the session, so here we need to understand what is the things that we need to be considered while we're developing the application, right? So so when we're developing the application, what we need to understand, the first thing, class structure. So what is the class structure that you think when what you consider in that, right? What is the class structure you see? Like suppose my organization is Amazon, right? So Amazon is my organization. So for that I want to develop the application, right? I want to develop the application. So what are the things that I will do consider it for creating my application? So there I need to understand like this is the application which I want extend in future as well, isn't it? So there I need to the future perspective that I have to implement my application as well. So there I will create a framework for this application for making more reusable, and I will create my implementation as well, right? So here, what is the purpose of using the framework and implementation here? The framework, we are making more reusable component. So whatever the code we have implemented at the framework level, so all this implementation level can use it, right? So this implementation may be or customized on different cases. So let you see here. Suppose I have the Amazon. Amazon is what? Framework. And there, so Amazon is an organization. There I want to create the framework and implementation now. So there, I will create the framework application. There the class structure would be what? FW and like you see, product sale and work. So here it will be like this, like, okay, this is what framework level class group. So here what is the class group? The collection of abstract and concrete classes. We use it to store this all the instances into the same table. So all the instances means whatever the work case types which are extension of this work class. Okay, whatever the classes we create. So that we'll discuss more detail later. So now here you see this is the framework, and now I'm creating another application. So this is the implementation. So what is the purpose of using this implementation here? So I can do customization. What is my future business? They change them, okay, whenever I want. So now this Amazon application they want to implement for US, and here it will be like this. So this is what implementation. So implement I don't need for what US. So I need to okay customize the code. I'll keep my code into the framework level. there I want to trying to use it in this application US level. So further, if they want they increasing their business in up to the multiple countries, so they are extending what the branch, like what, right? This is for Canada, UK, and also they can extend and what, okay, for the Australia, like that. So what happened here? Are they need to code and everywhere, every layer? No, it doesn't require. So the case is they are used to manage, implement in the framework, okay, and they are trying to customize the code if it is required in implementation level, isn't it? So there, what will happen here? So for the US and Canada, what is the difference that you see? The same product, they're trying to sell it, okay, and there the logic you will check whether the product is available on their current location or not, on their location or not, right? And here, but the thing is that calculating that the product price will be the different, right? Taxes and all. So that is what some changes, that more changes that you have to do at implementation level. So there you have the code in the framework level, there you have to customize in every implementation level. So what the required changes that you want to do at this implementation level only, but you most of that code that you trying to making more reusable from your implementation level. So that is the purpose we are used to create the application framework and implementation, that you how you manage your code. Okay, that is what the framework and implementation that we are going to implement. Is it clear? So this is,
Yes.
so why we using framework and implementation means the framework we are trying to reuse, which is built on the framework, and so there we can do customize if it is required in different regions. So what is this part we calling as? This is we calling as a organization, and this is what application. Application of what? Framework. And here you see this is the organization layer, organization layer. This is the application, implementation level application. Okay, and this is what division, organization division unit is there, right? So this is what, so whenever we are working at real time, so there what you need to observe, class structure. Okay, what is the class structure, what is the parent class, and how they design okay workflow and all. Okay, so how the case management, how the case structures and all. So there you have to understand before you working implementing or working with any other application. There you need to first understand this class structure and application structure that you need to look at. Clear?
Yeah. Yes.
And that is what, and and whenever we create the application, what it will be create. So whenever we create the application, right, so it will be create setup access for this login to this application, right? So once we log into the application, you have to check like uh, application rule, right? Application rule. So what you think you do in this application rule? So let you see this, click on it and open this application rule. And here you see what are the case type that you were created. So here you see, so you can do such settings, or you can change the prefix and all. Okay, things that you can do in this application level. So also we can create the multiple applications for there. We have to provide the access for the user application. So now click on here and trying to open the operator.
Sorry to disturb you over here. I just have a doubt. Like in the earlier framework level and the division level, what the class structure we have defined, right? Implementation layer and the framework layer. So
Yeah,
here we implement that unit layer, right? So isn't it necessary always?
organization is mandatory, division and unit, or it's up to the business.
Okay.
So here,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't require, it not required here. So I will proceed for it. I'm on. I am not taking here the US, whatever the division. What does it mean? This is the application which is extend this implementation. But the thing is that I want to do in future changes, which I want to extend my business in multiple regions. How I will do that?
Mm. That
It
would be
doesn't work,
difficult.
right?
Yeah.
This same application I can't run in entire world, right? So it is the
Mm.
region wise and the location wise, the product price will be changed. Okay, the different products they are selling, okay, and different prices. It will be the different, completely different as well. So that is what I use it to divide it as a division level, and every division level we are organizing that functionality. We are making code into that, maintaining the code into the division level,
Okay.
right? So
Yeah.
that is what here we need to understand the best practices that how we have to follow it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Those things that we have to be considered. So here organization is mandatory for your framework and
Mm-hmm.
implementation. Division and unit, it's up to the business. So whether you want to be or whether you can't, you don't want.
Okay.
But as per the business, we have to use it, division and unit. So as of now, I'm just taking it division.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for that.
So that is the thing. So also whenever we create the case, right? So what it will be create here, you see uh, those things. Whenever we create the case, also it is the create the classes here, right? So what are the settings you do, automatically it will be updated into this case level as well. What you see here, if you open the process case type, there is a py default. So let you do open this case here, and you trying to compare. So there you see py start case is the starting flow to create the case, and here you see what are the child cases that you define here, and here you see the flow actions that you want to manage enter for this work object, event booking work object, and here you see stages and steps, everything it will be updated, right? That is we calling py default, that is updating here. So whenever we are using to create the case tag here, automatically it will be under the this class, under this work class, right? And there we have to understand this, how does it working. And before that you need to understand class group and what is the relation between these classes. What is the relation between these classes? What is this class?
That's the parent class, work
This
class.
you can say work class is a class group.
Mm-hmm.
Why you
Okay.
calling it the work class?
It's having where we are creating the work objects over there, and it's having the work.
Work as a work dash is a parent class for this class, so that is what we can calling as a work class, and also we can use it to create the work object. Exactly. So what is
Okay.
these classes then? What is these classes?
Okay. These are the child classes with respect to that events in their work class.
Yes, which are the child classes. But here, how we use it to manage here. So these are the class group. Technically, these are the class group, and these
Okay.
are the part of this class group. And you can say belongs to this class group. These classes are belongs to this class group.
Okay.
You can say. So what does the class group will do?
It will hold
Whenever
all the similar work objects, right?
yes. So whatever the instance we created, whatever the work object we created, event booking, hotel booking, shuttle service, and all, right. So what are how many work objects will be created? Four, which are interrelated with as a parent and child, right? So whatever the instances we created, it will be stored into where? Same table. All these instances and will be stored into the same table. Why? Because it is maintaining as a class group whatever the class group and belongs to class group, whatever the instances it is created. Okay, whatever instances it is created, use it to manage into the same database table, same table. Why? Because why this concept is implemented here, but if you go to the real time, there are maybe 20 case types, and if you want to manage these all 20 cases to 20 tables actually. Okay, but in such cases, what will happen here, the as for the business scenario, there is a case one. Under this case one, there is a case two, child cases 3, 4. So under this again you have 5, 6. So it will be maybe extend, right? So how many you see? Of course, approximately you see the 20. If you see every case, you are maintaining the separate table. But whenever the business reports are running, right? Whenever you running the business report, there you want to analyze how much business has done, how much is spending, how many rejected. So what is the business metrics that you want to analyze? How many tables we have to connect fetch? Approximately 20 tables. If it is huge data you are trying to fetch from the table, completely it will be burden on the server to getting the data from the multiple tables. So it automatically impact on what performance issue. So to reduce this issue, what the coming with the solution to maintain the single table to fetch all the related case types data from this single table. So there, what is the concept? Here we are following it. Whatever the instances we created here, we are used to store in the format of what? What is the format it will be stored the work object?
Please. Okay.
Blob, binary large
Okay.
object. So what is the column which is used to hold this blob data?
PZ,
PJ.
PVs.
So that is how we use it to manage it actually, right? So that is the concept you see, class group and belongs to class group. So how this class group is managing it. Okay. And these are those things that you need to understand. Uh, that while we creating the application and all. So I use it to implement this one application. So we'll trying to start from the scratch everything. There let we see the next session that how to create application. So what is things that you have to be consider? Framework and implementation application that we will be create. And next what we do, we have to log into this application, implementation application, and start coding on that. And before you start coding, what do you think you have to be enable? You have to okay. Uh, so what is the development environment that you see here? There is a concept check-in, right? Check-in, check-out, and branching. Did you ever work on this branching?
Uh, yes, for our applications, we actually create branches, and that only I'll be developing my code.
Yeah. So these things. So once we start, okay, this environment setup and everything, then we start the coding here. So first, when we have to implement the case design, so we have to design the workflow, and after that, we start working coding on that. So thereafter, what we need to do, we have to design the data model. Data model is a very key part to understand while we designing our application. So how you design the data model, let I will show you. I will take the scenarios, real-time scenarios that we're trying to applicable. So how we are going to design the data model. So how we are going to work with that. So that is the data model that we see. And next is what? Once we design the data model, so we'll go for the UI part, and we have to design that UI, that how once the case creation, that how the user log into our application and entering all the data. And once UI is done, what we need to do next? So we have to implement the business logic. So there, uh, business logic is involved with like uh, like business functionality, like whether you want user want to proceed or it will reject, and what is the information which is provided by the customer and all. So that is we'll look onto that. So here the so let me see, we will take the each part, and so how we are going to be implement. So I will take that see I will say the what are the concepts we have. So there I will take, and we'll start working on that. So how we are going to use it, how we are going to implement that. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So that those things we'll see then. So what I will do, so whatever I will take almost 1.5 hour session. So okay, in the 1.5 hour session, so let and every day, so I'm letting you have any clarification and doubts. So once you have done with discussion about the clarification and doubts, then I will start the session. at the end of the session, so you have any doubts on today's session, so then we'll discuss on that. Okay. And also what I will
Sure.
do, I will give you the scenarios for your practice. So I don't tell you the all the concepts, I will tell you some of the concepts, and I will give you some exercise for your practice. Okay. And you have to do
Yeah.
whatever things we discuss it on the session, also we have to complete the exercise. And there, if you have it stuck anywhere or okay, and everything, that I will help you how to do that and all.
Sure.
So that is a regular part, we are going to continue on that. And so will be further, we'll continue the session. So this is what everything, we have to set up that application and then we start working on that, whatever the topic that we are going to discuss. Fine. And which are very
Okay.
helpful for you for real time concepts. Okay, I will take the rest, soap and error handling, or okay, major advanced concepts that how we are going to involve it real time and all that. I will show you the example that how we are going to involve. So just do the practice. I think you will be easily understand, but it need some understanding the concept and practice.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just giving you overview and demo what is what and all. So let me see
Mm-hmm.
once we can start the okay sessions. There will see. Fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, have any doubt, Savanthi, that you want to discuss?
I just want like if at all I'm stuck with any place, so can I share my screen and show you, or I just need to let you
Sure,
know?
sure. That is what I'm telling now. So we can share your
Oh,
screen. So if
okay.
you can ask doubts, and if you have, see, suppose I will tell you one approach that you can proceed it. So what I will give you, like I will give you one code operation. So like you have seen, right, the customer data. So you have to enter all the data and submit. This is the data has to store into the database. I will give you the scenario. There, if
Okay.
you enter the customer ID, there you have to see all the customer information. You have to done modification save. So I give you the scenarios with this kind of explanation where you have to try it from your end. So you can share your screen if you're not able to do that. So I will give you, okay, this is what the wrong, so this is what you have to do. And what I will
Okay.
do is, you can raise your point of view also, why you have to this way and why you can't go for another way. So you have to think, and I will, so this is what the discussion is going on, so that you will get more knowledge on that. So this is what you require the more practice on that. Okay.
Oh,
just
okay.
work
Sure.
out the just work out the exercises that whatever I'm giving to you every day, and this will
Mm-hmm.
more helpful for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Anything, something?
Yeah, fine for now, right now.
Okay, then yeah, we'll schedule the time, then we'll discuss it later. Okay.
Sure, sure.
Fine then.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.